Hey guys, this is Danny with Barry Horsemanship. This is the little horse that's not halter broke that I was showing you the other day. He's starting to come along. He's you can only imagine, if you get to have very much age on one, they don't understand pressure at all. Their instinct is to pull with the pressure rather than to give to it. Sure, you can push them around with pressure from behind, like if you're just moving them around from corral to corral, but to actually have pressure that's attached to you, direct pressure, you pick up the lead rope or you pick up, their instinct is a lot of times to pull. And there's a lot of ways we could go about this, but I'm trying to put a foundation because I'm going to ride this horse. And so I don't want him to just give to the pressure. I want him to understand the pressure and give to it. And those two entirely different things. I can drag him around. I can tie him up and let him sort it out. All of these things can happen, and some of these things will happen as we go along. He'll learn to get tied, but if you tie him up now, he'll just hurt himself. He's got to have some understanding. He can sort some of it out once he has some understanding, and walk around and kind of get it tight and give and all of those things. But at the beginning, I don't believe that's the way to go. We can drag him around with a horse, and which I will be doing here before too long. And that's not bad either. That can kind of help him learn to go with the other horse. But right at this given moment for this particular horse, he's just got to learn to give and understand that it's not so bad. This horse does not like anything around his head. You could kind of see that the other night. He's been rubbed on before. I've rubbed on him. He's not a bad horse. He's a gentle horse, but he doesn't. He's trying to protect himself, some self-preservation, and so. I've got him on about a 25-foot rope right now. That's what I use because I'm telling you what, once I got him haltered up and all those things, and I get him into you can only do so much in a stall because he's scared. And so for my safety and for whoever's helping me safety, you can only do so much in there, but you can get some done, which we have. Now we're in the bigger area, and so he can get some mechanical leverage on you. And so rather than trying to get in a tug of war match that I will lose, I am just teaching him we take the pressure out, we wait for something, and then we release it. So he starts getting the idea. Here we've taken the pressure out, and there we release it. The quicker we are on this, the quicker he's going to figure it out. See, he's already starting to figure it out. He's licking and chewing. He's going to come around just fine. But when one gets some age on him and some time on him like this without knowing, we're on their time schedule. When we don't spend the time to halter break them early, we have to spend the time to halter break them late, and everything's bigger, stronger. They've already got some opinions formed in their head, so it just takes time. I actually don't mind it, but I want them to have a sure mind and to understand what I'm after, so that we can progress through with our foundation and our relationship. So, like I said, we're just going to. I'd already been doing it here for a few minutes before I turned this on, and thought I would take another video just to kind of show you the contrast. But if he starts moving, at first he didn't want to move at all when I first came out here the first time. So I'll use that to my advantage. But what we teach early is to break the hindquarters over so we can control one. Well, when you take one that's this size already, close to 1,000 pounds or more, and is nervous or scared, you can't just bend one around. And so the longer rope helps if they do want to kind of take off, that I can have a little bit of leverage and can get them stopped, and then they sit there and look at you, and it gets better. I don't have anybody to hold this, or I would show you a little bit more of that. I'm having to hold this here too. But anyway, I'm going to go back to working, but I just kind of wanted you to see a little bit of the progress. I'll do some give and take here. There we go. Let's get a little bit more. There we go. And see, he's got a good mind. See that pressure? See his head go up when I take the pressure out? See, that's when they don't know what to do. You might experience that when you're riding also. You take the slack out of the reins, and the horse head goes up rather than down. It's because they haven't learned to actually give to it. See, each of these give and takes, he's learning. So we take the pressure out, he gives me a foot. I give the pressure back. Take the pressure out, gives me a foot. Take it away. There won't be no time at all, and we'll be going along just fine. He's got a softer eye, and the very first time I opened the gate from what I was doing in the deal, he about took me for a ride, and that's why if I'd had a 10 or 12 foot rope on there, I'd have had to let him go, and if I would have let him go, well, then we'd have to battle that too, right, of him thinking he can get away. But I can let him give a little bit of room, and I'm in an area that's maybe 100 feet long and 40 feet wide. So, I mean, he's not going to get away from me. And then we can, it's kind of like pulling back. If they learn to break the rope, but when a horse comes in that is used to pulling back and breaking a rope, I don't tie him hard. I wrap my rope around something. I use like a 25-foot rope, and then when they do have that urge to pull, there's nothing that ever binds up. They always give up before they get to the end of the rope, and they think they're still tied, and you reel them back in, and they can kind of learn. This is the same way with this one. I've got enough rope here. See, I can take the slack out. He's trying to figure out what to do with it, and he gave. I'm going to take the slack out again. He's trying to figure out what to do with it, and he gave. It's not rocket science. It's just that we don't take the time to do it. So anyway, I hope this helps you out, and I'll just kind of keep you progressed every now and again when I think about it, how this little horse is coming along. Hope you have a blessed day.